Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam, a happy Independence Day to all students, their parents, and of course, fellow educators. Dedication, discipline, daring. That's the three Ds. Those are the three Ds that मैं चाहता हूं कि आप इस Independence Day को you kind of dedicate yourself to doing these three Ds. Dedication, discipline, and daring. Daring कि हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. That daring you should have. So, what is this video about? Now, many of you keep asking me questions about, कि what is it? What is the X factor that we need in order to ensure that हमको academic success आ जाए? जो पिछले कई सालों से काफी सारे टॉपर्स निकले हैं SWS के स्टेबल से. So, उन्होंने ऐसा क्या किया जो कि हमको भी करना चाहिए? What is it that we need to do in order to emulate those academic achievers? So, this video is essentially about 5 mantras, 5 success hacks. Okay, hacks to use your own lingo, जिसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी in order to ensure that you also achieve your dreams. और मैं ये सिर्फ टारगेट के हिसाब से बात नहीं कर रहा हूं कि 98% आए तभी सक्सेसफुल होता है, 94% सक्सेसफुल नहीं होता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Whatever stage you are at right now, if you are able to achieve a considerable degree of improvement on that, that means you are an achiever. I remember one student who came to me last year at the fag end, the month of January, and he was in the pre-boards at the 48% stage, right? And he enrolled into a number of our courses. His final score was 82%. 82%. That is what I call a real improvement, where you can work very closely with that person. लेकिन एक बात तो मैं बोलता हूं, मेरे को वो टेंशन इस साल नहीं चाहिए. अगर आपको एनरोल करना है तो मेरी गुजारिश ये रहेगी कि आप थोड़ा जल्दी एनरोल कर लीजिए. डू नॉट एनरोल राइट एट द एंड, बिकॉज उस समय पर आपको भी टेंशन होती है, मुझे तो बहुत ज्यादा घबराहट होती है, बिकॉज देन इट बिकम्स टू मच ऑफ एन ऑनरस रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑन माई शोल्डर्स. नाउ द अदर थिंग इज, yes, you want to enroll, there is a discount sale going on till the 18th, but this video is not about that. उसके लिए मैंने वीडियो कर दिया, मैं बार बार उस चीज को वीडियोस में नहीं डालूंगा. All I'm saying is that subscribe, share and support so that we can generate more content even on YouTube for all you students. Now, what I'm going to talk about in this video are these 5 success hacks. Okay, कि success के लिए, कामयाबी के लिए, what are the 5 mantras that you need to adopt? And I think these are very important. These are important not just in terms of implementation, these are important even in terms of your entire thought process, that you need to kind of tweak. वो बाइक का माइलेज ठीक नहीं होता है, तो what does a mechanic do? He will go and just tweak a little bit of thing, and an expert mechanic will know what exactly, which part to touch in order to ensure that your bike or your vehicle, your car does work much better, right? So this video is essentially to do that fine tuning. Okay, so the first, before I get to the 5 mantras, I want to make this thing very clear, that your mobile phone is your friend, is actually your friend, but it's also your enemy. कि आपको decide करना पड़ेगा कि how much can I afford to use this phone for? How much time should I spend with this phone? Should it be a 24/7 companion, or should it be only for a limited amount of time, wherein you make the mobile phone work for you? You do not become its slave. If you are the kind, the moment you get up in the morning, you only are sitting with the mobile phone, looking at it, then you are a slave to the mobile phone. Do not be a gulam of the mobile phone. Make that mobile phone work for you. The relationship has to be very clear. Who is the master and who is the slave? Understand? Right now the problem with most of us is that we are all slaves to the mobile phone. Okay, so that is mantra number 0. पहले मंत्रा से भी पहला वाला मंत्रा, ये बॉटम लाइन तो आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. Now let's come to mantra number 1. Never form large study groups. This is something which I told a student of mine also in the morning. Now, why am I saying this, that you should not form large study groups? Never be part of large WhatsApp or Telegram groups. If you are part of too many WhatsApp or Telegram groups, I would strongly urge you to quit those groups. If you are in class 9, 10, 11, 12, especially class 10 and 12, please quit those large Telegram or WhatsApp groups. because I'm telling you this will only be a source of much distraction, right? इफ यू वांट टू फॉर्म अ स्टडी ग्रुप, आपको लगता है कि किसी के साथ मिलकर पढ़ने से आपका आउटपुट ज्यादा बेहतर रहेगा, देन यू मेक ए स्टडी ग्रुप विद वन पर्सन, मैक्स टू पीपल. इवन दो आई बिलीव दैट दो लोगों का अच्छा रहता है, तीन लोगों में राजनीति हो जाती है, पॉलिटिक्स आ जाएगा. टू इज कंपनी, थ्री इज अ क्राउड. सो प्रिफरेबली मेक ए स्टडी ग्रुप विद जस्ट वन पर्सन. ये तीन लोगों में से एक को तो निकाल दो, किसी एक को निकाल दो. नाउ even there you need to ensure that the person who you are forming a study group with is hopefully better than you. Do not try to make it with someone who is much weaker than you, from who you cannot get inspired, from who you cannot learn anything. Try to be with someone who is better than you, at least in, let's say, 5 out of the 10 subjects, or at least 3 out of the 6 subjects, right? So that there is a sense of give and take. You can help the person, he or she can also help you, right? This is again very important. Also, it's important that the person shares the wavelength, कि आप दोनों का एक तरीके से you are able to kind of contribute to each other in terms of strengths. I'm not talking about weaknesses, in terms of strengths. So that is something very important. So study group बनाना है तो एक के साथ बनाओ, and exit all those social media, WhatsApp and Telegram groups right now. Okay, this is mantra number 1. What is mantra number 2? This is something which I read recently, that someone asked someone, which is the best productivity app on the phone? The best productivity app, which is not really an app, the best productivity feature on your phone is the aeroplane mode. एरोप्लेन मोड का फायदा उठाइए, एरोप्लेन मोड का इस्तेमाल कीजिए. यूज द एरोप्लेन मोड in order to make yourself inaccessible. ये जरूरी नहीं है that you need to be accessible 24/7 to all your friends and classmates. ये बिल्कुल भी जरूरी नहीं है. Use the aeroplane mode and go inaccessible. पहले के जमाने में you would have people going into caves, गुफाओं में जाके meditate करते थे लोग, right? Why did they do that? What was the purpose of all these people going into caves in order to meditate? The whole idea was that they wanted to cut themselves off from the world and focus on their own mind, mental development. What you are doing now in class 9, 10, 11 and 12 is a sadhana of sorts. आप साधना कर रहे हैं. This is your test. So you need to ensure that your mind and body is in perfect shape. So please use anything which is a distraction to keep it away. Do not allow any distraction to come in the midst of your sadhana. This is very important. On Independence Day, you need to get freedom from all sorts of distractions also. समझे? Distraction से भी हमको आजादी चाहिए, right? Okay. So that is mantra number 2. Mantra number 3 is very interesting. Mantra number 3 है fall in love, but fall in love with yourself. समझे? मोहब्बत करो, but मोहब्बत करो अपने आप से. Think of yourself that I need love from myself. So just be in complete love with yourself. कि मैं अपने आप से 200% प्यार करता हूं और मैं अपने लिए कुछ भी करूंगा. In your own interest, I will do anything that it takes in order to make myself even better. And this will happen only if you are in love with yourself. So that is something very important, because loving yourself also means respecting your own time. To ensure that तुम अपना time ऐसी चीजों में बर्बाद नहीं कर रहे हो. So if you are in love with yourself, you'll tell yourself, no, this is not what I should be doing. So you need to be like two persons. One is yourself and one someone who is in love with you, who will keep telling you that this is not what you're meant to do. This is what you should be doing right now. So that is something very important, because at the end of the day, और ये मैंने पहले भी कहा एक वीडियो में, you have to work on a project called you, Y-O-U. So the project है, the project that you are all working in, irrespective of which class you are in right now in this year, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay, या IIT या NEET, JEE, NEET, CLAT, किसी के लिए भी आप कर रहे हैं, you all have to work on this project called you. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट, ये प्रोजेक्ट पर आपको काम करना है, तुम उस प्रोजेक्ट के अभिनेता हो, यू आर द शाहरुख खान ऑफ योर ओन मूवी, सो द शाहरुख खान हैज टू डिलीवर अ सुपर हिट मूवी, इट कैन नॉट बी अ फ्लॉप एट द बॉक्स ऑफिस। समझे बाबू? तो ये काम तुमको करना है। ओके, सो टाइम बर्बाद मत करना, लॉन्ग वाइंडेड लाइव सेशंस जो कि चल रहे हैं 1 घंटा 2 घंटा, अरे आई मीन दिस इज नॉट द टाइम फॉर यू टू बी डूइंग दैट। अगर सेम चैप्टर अगर आप आधे घंटे में समझ सकते हैं, व्हाई वुड यू वांट टू वेस्ट 1.5 hours just chatting and writing waste comments on the chat box? Why would you want to waste your time? Because ये टाइम वापस नहीं आएगा, फिर उसके बाद फरवरी के महीने में टेंशन करके रिग्रेट करके फायदा नहीं होगा बंधु। सो अभी से डिसाइड दैट दिस इज व्हाट आई नीड टू डू इन ऑर्डर टू, एक एक मिनट इंपॉर्टेंट है, एवरी मिनट काउंट्स, which is why if just to digress, the 8 p.m. we do a grammar quiz on our Ashwin and Virat course. 8 p.m. it starts at 8 p.m. Sometimes I put it at around 7:55 itself, but 8:20 8:25 it's all over. I don't kind of go on. It's not like कि लगे हुए हैं डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं, बातचीत हो रही है, no. So a student can log in at 8 o'clock, solve the grammar questions, get the answer key at 8:10, see whether कोई डाउट्स है तो पूछा, 8:20 तक आउट, दैट्स ऑल। 20 मिनट से ज्यादा का टाइम आई डू नॉट वांट एनी स्टूडेंट टू स्पेंड आउट देयर, बिकॉज आई रेस्पेक्ट योर टाइम, आई रेस्पेक्ट माय टाइम। मैं भी नहीं चाहता, मैं भी उसके बाद 8:30 तक लॉग आउट कर देता हूं, बिकॉज आई डू नॉट वांट टू वेस्ट योर टाइम एंड माय टाइम इज आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट। सो we all need to respect, so that will happen only if you are in love with yourself कि मैं अपना टाइम बर्बाद नहीं करूंगा। That is again something very important. What is mantra number 4? Can you guess what can be mantra number 4? Mantra number 4 is learn to say no to what is not priority. कई समय पर यह होगा कि आपके कुछ दोस्त होंगे जो कि जाएंगे, अरे बर्थडे पार्टी पे जाना है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, लेट्स रिलैक्स, लेट्स अनवाइंड, लेकिन बहुत स्ट्रेस हो गया, लेट्स डी स्ट्रेस करो एग्जाम के बाद, बिकॉज ये आपकी साधना चल रही है। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि बर्न आउट हो जाओ, मैं तो कहता हूं कई स्टूडेंट्स को कि दिन में तुम सेल्फ स्टडी सिर्फ 2 घंटे करो, लेकिन क्वालिटी सेल्फ स्टडी करो, दैट्स गुड एनफ, बट don't get burnt out. But it does not mean that you can be doing XYZ thing masti and also expect to get a 99%. That may not happen. Then you will have to compromise and be happy with an 86%. If you are ready for that, then it's not a problem. But if you are aspiring to be there among the absolute top, just for the fun of it, and if you think you're capable of that, why on earth would you want to be mediocre? You tell me, what is the big maza in clapping for others from stage के नीचे खड़े होकर दूसरों के लिए ताली बजाने में मजा क्या है? Isn't it much more fun that you are on the stage and the world is clapping for you? Isn't that more fun? The choice is yours. So if the choice is the second option, then थोड़ी मेहनत तो करनी पड़ेगी. So learn to say no to what you think is not priority. अगर आपको लगे कि इस बर्थडे पार्टी में जाना मेरे लिए प्रायोरिटी नहीं है, मैं उस 1 घंटे का बेहतर इस्तेमाल कर सकता हूं, I can use that 1 hour better, even if it is to sleep, even if it is to rest your body and mind, perfectly all right. Even if it is to just read a book, it's fine. If it is to study, no problem. But if you think that is not priority, वहां जाने से आपको किसी तरह का फायदा नहीं होने वाला है, then you need to learn to say no to what is not priority. समझे बंधु? So that is something very important. Also, गलतियां होती हैं, आप चले गए, प्रेशर में आके आप चले गए, उसके बाद आके आपने आपको कोसने की जरूरत नहीं है कि अरे गलती हो गई, मेरे को नहीं जाना चाहिए था, आई शुड हैव रियलाइज्ड दैट इट वाज अ कंप्लीट वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम. डू नॉट रिग्रेट, मूव ऑन, लर्न टू मूव ऑन इन लाइफ. ओके, गलती हो गई, उस गलती को दोहराना मत. नेक्स्ट टाइम द एनी अदर बर्थडे पार्टी हैपेंस, रिमेंबर दिस, दैट डे आई रिग्रेटेड इट, दिस टाइम आई शुड नॉट मेक द सेम मिस्टेक. ओके, सो दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच यू नीड. सो डोंट कीप mopping over what happened in the past. गलतियां होती हैं, we all make mistakes. The best thing is to learn from those mistakes and not repeat those mistakes. Mantra number 5, and this is my favorite mantra. Okay, mantra number 5, let me show you on the screen. Mantra number 5 is do it for your parents. Let me tell you this, and this I am saying with both as an educator as well as a parent, that No one else in the world will be more happy with your success than your parents will be. No one. No one. Sometimes not even your siblings. Okay. Your parents will be the only ones who will be supremely happy with your performance more than anyone else in the world. So share your dreams with your father and mother. Make them part of your goal. And always remember कि वो हमेशा तुम्हारी साइड पे रहेंगे. हमेशा वो तुम्हारी टीम का ही भाग होंगे. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो विपक्ष की टीम में होंगे. वो हमेशा तुम्हारी टीम में रहेंगे. इनफैक्ट आई हैव many parents of SWS students as my good friends, and I feel very inspired by how much interest they take in their children's progress, how they are doing, what they are not doing right, what they are doing right, and stuff like that. And many of the parents of students who have passed out also stay in touch with me. So I do believe, and I say this many times to the parents and the students, that the success is possible only if it is a three-way partnership. The partnership with the student, me, and the parents. So this is a triangle which has to work in order to succeed at the academic box office. So finally, at the end, all I would say is कि सक्सेस का एक सिंपल फॉर्मूला होता है. ये कोई कॉम्प्लिकेटेड केमिस्ट्री का या फिजिक्स का फॉर्मूला नहीं है. ओके, इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल फॉर्मूला. इट इज अबाउट नोइंग व्हाट यू वांट. सिंपल. ये आपको जानना पड़ेगा कि आपको क्या चाहिए. इट इज अबाउट नोइंग व्हाट यू आर विलिंग टू डू इन ऑर्डर टू अचीव व्हाट यू वांट. समझे? इट इज अबाउट नोइंग व्हाट यू आर विलिंग टू डू in order to achieve what you want, and it is about whether you are willing to do it in the first place. What you are willing to do, कि कितनी मेहनत करने को आप तैयार हैं, and whether you are willing to do it in the first place. कितनी मेहनत और whether you are willing to do it in the first place. So that willingness is what counts at the end. Formula काफी simple है. So यही बातें करनी थी. A happy Independence Day once again to all the students, parents, and teachers. For your attention and support, thank you very much. Stay connected because बहुत कुछ आने वाला है. Every day at 6 p.m. there will be a fresh video dropping in on the YouTube channel. ये कभी 9th class के लिए होगा, कभी 10th के लिए, कभी 11th के लिए, या कभी 12th के लिए, कभी मोटिवेशन वीडियो रहेगा, कभी स्ट्रैटेजी वीडियो रहेगा. लेकिन हर दिन 6 बजे आपको मिलेगा यहाँ पर स्टडी विद सुधीर पर एक नया वीडियो, relevant content for you. Okay, thank you very much. Tata, bye bye, namaskar.